is 1, that is first read operation, block the consecutive write operation, put him to wait. Whoever want to write, put him to wait. Next, signal mutex means if one process P1, consider P1, this mutex which we have set, no, 1, we decremented to 0. Now we increment to 1. I will tell you why. So next, that one read operation will come to this critical section and it will read. Okay. Next, consider second process P2 want to, here only I have code, I'll explain. So see, so here you can see mutex is initialized to 1. Uh, 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 WRT, that's one more semaphore initialized to 1, and variable read count is initialized to 0. Read count is a variable to keep track of how many read operation has been performed or how many processes are currently reading the document. Okay, so now do, here you come to the um, here you come to the read operation. I hope you are able to see. Okay, this I will delete because we are done with the write operation. Okay, so now if you're doing a read operation, weight of mutex, weight of mutex means we decrement 1 by 1, that is 0. Now read count is incremented by 1. So read count means one process, ongoing process is currently going to read the document. Next we'll say weight of write means we'll make this weight of write to 0. Means we made weight of write means 0 so that no other process can write. Means we are going, when we are setting mutex WRT to 0, no other consecutive process can write. We are blocking here only. Next we will say signal of mutex. When signal of mutex is done, addition of 1, that is you're signaling that any other process wish to read are allowed to read. That is why we write signal of mutex, that is 1. Now mutex is 1. Now P1 process, consider P1 process is one who is doing all these things. He is in the read operation, means read critical section. Okay, don't bother about this, we are still in this part of code. Okay, so next one is consider, here only consider P2 executes. P2 try to enter into the critical section. Now P2 try to enter in, want to read. P2 want to read. Now P2 want to read, go here. Mutex is 1. Okay, so it will decrement now to 0 so that no other when P2 is trying to enter, P3 cannot enter. Until P2 exit only, P3 has to wait. So mutex is 0. Read count is what? Now read count becomes 2 process can read. So now this 2 is not equal to 0 because already we have blocked the write operation. Go and increment your mutex. So mutex is 1 now. Okay, I'll erase all these things. So now mutex is 1. Okay, so now mutex is 1. P2 also can enter into critical section. Now you can ask, where is that mutual exclusion property satisfied? It is satisfied because I told you 2 or more read operation if performed also, data is not manipulated. So mutual exclusion is still achieved. Okay, synchronization is still achieved. Even though I allow P1, P2 to read the document, still data is not manipulated, so I can allow P1 also, P2 also to enter into read operation. So P2 also starts reading. That's why count is 2. Okay, now consider P1 done reading, it should exit from the read operation. So now what happens? Weight of mutex. So again, why we are keeping all this operation inside weight of mutex and signal of mutex is to provide some security. As in, when you put this inside this, there is an amount of synchronization achieved in this part of the release state also. So when you are saying mutex, weight of mutex, again it will be decremented by 1. It's 0 now. Now, okay, now read count is decremented. So one person who read already P1 exiting, so read count should be decremented. Now if read count equal to 0, why we have this part of code here? Because if read count is 0 means nobody is reading, correct? If read count is 0 means nobody is reading. If nobody is reading, signal WRT means we have put the WRT under wait, right? If nobody is reading, signal WRT so that write operation can be started. Okay, so here if P1 want to exit, read count is decremented, 1 is not equal to 0, still one more process is reading, so I cannot signal the write operation, so I'll come back and set the mutex back to 1, so that any other process want to exit can exit from the read state. Now again consider P2 want to exit from the read operation, so mutex should be again set to 0. Next, count will be decremented by 1 because last process is also exiting from the read operation. Now check, when last process is exiting from the read operation, count is 0. 0 equal to 0 means here last one process was P2, that is also exiting from the read operation, so I can signal back the write operation, I can start the write operation. So when you say signal write, this will be incremented by sorry, this write operation, so this 0 will be incremented to 1 and writer can start writing. No one is reading, writer will be signaled and writer will start reading. So mutex 1, that is any other process want to enter, can enter. This is how write operation is performed to achieve synchronization. Okay, so just assume here it's easy, you assume it's easy, then it will be easy only. Why you have to learn in all perspective is to remember. If you can by heart the set of line, but to remember you need to understand the background thing, how n number of processes, cooperative processes try to execute in your operating system, how you come up with the solution. You have already defined solution here, this code is already defined, but to understand that you have to think about what are the possible problem can achieve, so that you can solve it here in this manner. So this part is to allow the reader to enter into read operation by blocking the write operation. This process is to make the reader to exit, and when the last process who is reading exit, signal back the write operation. That's what we are doing in this code. Okay.